Alrighty. So as described in the title, this is going to be a video about the comparison colors of the, I was about to say Gilio or Punto, the Moterm leather planners that you can get off of Amazon. These are the A5, and this is the light gray, and this is listed as white, but it's more like a beigey color. They look very similar. Like this actually looks more white on the listing on Amazon for Moterm, and this one, I guess it looked about right. It says light gray, but it's actually, it is a light gray, but it's more, it has more brownish beigeish tones to it. It's not a true gray. It's definitely not a true gray, and this one is definitely not a true white. This is more beige versus white, but there is, you can definitely see a difference in the two. I was wondering that when I got them, you know, if I could tell, but they're two different families. Both nice, not to say, but they aren't just exactly as you would think they would look like. This is not light gray with cool undertones. This is gray with warm undertones. And then this is not like white or stark white. This is beige, you know, so they both have the warm undertones. Now, I have been using this one for my Hobonichi Cousin full year. And I've only been using it for a few days, but I love the way that they feel. Sorry about that. So I was interrupted by a phone call. So as I was saying, they are both like, well, you know, squishy, really soft, you know, really flexible materials. And if you haven't seen the inside of them, they do come with a pin loop. You have your bookmarks and your pockets. Here's a pocket. There's another pocket behind the card pocket, which is rather deep. And then you have another pocket behind that one. So I really appreciate that, actually. And then on the other side, you got your other pocket, well, two pockets over there, and then just a little card pocket or whatever you want to do with it. Now, I only took my stuff out just to show, you know, in the video what they look like in comparison. And here's the white one, or beige, maybe, bone. And it's the same layout. So the big pockets on the left side, and then you have the two big pockets on the right side, and a little card pocket. And of course, the same card pockets, and both of them have the bookmarks and the big pin loop. Now, I know people do mention about like them not being elasticized. They are not elasticized, but they are pretty big. Like my favorite pen right now that I've been using is the Hobonichi Jetstream. It's exclusive from, what was that, 2019. So this is the one that I like to use, and it fits well in there. So I just wanted to kind of, you know, come on and show a color comparison. Now, I guess this will also be some type, you know, like a kind of review video as well. These are my first covers, since I am new to Hobonichi. These are my first covers that I've ever had for the Hobonichi. So, you know, I'm just starting out and just trying to figure out kind of, you know, what covers really suit me for this kind of planner. Well, the thing is, I am using a Hobonichi Cousin full year and a Hobonichi Day Free, both A5. Now, they fit in here. They both fit in here, but I feel like I need to do a little more jumbling around with it, I guess, because they fit in here, but it is really, really snug. Now, the Moterms, they come with this notebook. It's not that thick at all, but they come with these notebooks, so of course that fits great in here. It's A5, but that fits awesome. That's, you know, that's good, even with, you know, room to spare. See, so that fits really well. But my thing is, I'm using the Cousin full year as well as the Day Free, and I'm not a decorator, so I don't expect my Hobonichis to like puff up or, you know, become really chunky or big. But I do think that if I continue to try to use these, I'm going to have to sacrifice something. Like right now, I'm sacrificing the pin loop. I actually can still use the pin loop if it's outside of the planner when I have my Hobonichis in, but I cannot, you know, have it inside the planner and be able to close it like that because of the size. And I also I did some kind of like homemade tabs on my Hobonichi, so I'm going to get some lower profile tabs and put those on there, and I think it'll work out a little better. It's just that it's a little snug. So I'm going to go ahead and put my stuff back on here that I had on here, and then I'll show you the fit. Actually, maybe I should try the other one now. I think I'm probably going to try the other one. Yeah, I'm going to take this one over for a minute. So yeah, I'm just gonna go and just stick my stuff back in there like I had in the light gray, which I was using. And I just had a few sticky notes because I am more of a you know, kind of like minimal, I guess you could say, functional planner. I love to see the decorations. I'm just not good at it. They just look like a jumbled mess when I try it. So I'm staying with the functional. Now, one thing I would prefer to be able to have my clear covers on here. I have a clear cover for both the Day Free and my Hobonichi Cousin full year, but I can't have the clear covers on them inside of here. Now it slips in just fine with the clear covers, but they don't mesh, you know, they don't turn well when they're in here. So I had to take the clear covers off because I want everything in one place. I don't want multiple planners, multiple covers, things like that. I want to be able to toss this in my purse, which I do, and, you know, go. So that's my objective, but hopefully I'll be able to find another cover that will give me a little more range. I'm hearing that the Giglio, is it Giglio Apuntos may be a little wider, so that may afford me the space that I'm looking for. But anyway, I do, you know, they do fit the Hobonichi well. Actually, let me just show it with just the Hobonichi itself. So that's my Hobonichi with it, you know, with my, let's see, with my homemade tabs that I just used. I just used those Post-it repositionable tabs because I was, you know, I didn't want to commit, first of all, but I just used those tabs with some stickers. These are the letter stickers from Happy Planner. The Happy Planner stickers, and I just put those on the repositionable tabs. And these are also from the Happy Planner sticker pack things, and these are the months. I'm trying kind of not to open this because this is my personal plan. Like, I use both for everything, so, you know. Now, that fits the Hobonichi full year really well. And as you can see, it's bending those tabs. I don't really care. These weren't supposed to be permanent, but you can see that it does bend the tabs because of how far they are out. So I definitely need some lower profile, but it fits the Hobonichi perfectly. Just the full year by itself. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that pocket too. There's a big pocket back there. I know I'm not going to be able to use it because I'm using 2 planners in this thing. So, but it fits the Hobonichi great by itself. Now, as far as the additional to Day Free, this Day Free is actually supposed to be thinner than just the plain Hobonichi Grid notebook. And I believe it's thinner than this note. Is it thinner than this book? I would say it's slightly thinner. It's slightly thinner than this notebook as well. So if you're looking to like do 2 notebooks, then, you know, I'm just, you know, this is something to think about. Now I had been having this one slid into this pocket in the light gray, but I'm going to try it in this pocket just to see if that does any different. Yeah, I don't think it fits as well. I'm going to put it back in the back pocket. Okay, so that's how I've been having that one. That one slid all the way in. Now, one thing I have been having to do is to make sure that my full year Hobonichi is slid out a bit. Or slid back a bit, like it's not slid all the way in that pocket. And then that's how I've been able to kind of like manage and close the planner. And yeah, and it does take a little bit, but actually, hold on. Maybe the light gray is a little more malleable. I don't know. I know this is an older version of the Moterm, this white bone color. So that may be why. Because I definitely don't have that with the gray one. That was beta. I guess I gotta play around with it a little bit. All I know is I want something that I can just, you know, open and go. Not really have to worry about how my notebooks are sitting or anything. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to do that with the Moterms. Now, if I decide to just carry one, then yeah. But like right now, I can't even get this thing closed. Now I'm able to get the gray one closed. But let me just double check on something. Maybe there's a difference, slight difference in size, or maybe because this one hadn't been used. I'm gonna check the other one. All right. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting them to be like the exact same. I don't know. Although they're flexible and super, super soft, maybe it does give slight give, but I'm trying to find something that can work with two notebooks. Okay. so this is my gray one. You see, that one, it closed right on back up. Maybe I just need to work with the bone one a little more. Maybe it needs a bit of stretching, perhaps. I'm not sure. But this is how it fits in the gray. Now, you see how it's bending those tabs? I don't care about that. But I would prefer, you know, like when I finally decide what kind of tabs I actually want, I prefer it not to be bent. But when I say I sacrifice the pin loop, this is what I mean by that. You see how the pin loop is outside? It's outside of the buckle now. And so I have to, if I do clip the pin on or put the pin in the pin loop, it's sitting outside. It's sitting outside of the closure. I prefer it to be in there protected just like everything else. And you can see there's a little stretch in that leather because of the notebooks that are in here. Now, all of this feels great. I am still, you know, I'm still hunting for, you know, something that can fit these a little more comfortably. But you can see that it is in there. And I love that it's not super big and bulky, and that it's just the right profile. Like, I love that. I love the profile of it being more rectangular versus wider. I hate those, you know, like super wide planner covers. So, but sometimes, I mean, I have been like, sometimes I'll stick it back in this pin loop, just depending. Other times I've been keeping it in my little inexpensive pencil marker pouch. And I got this from Michael's. These are Michael's for like, what, maybe $5 or something. And I just keep, you know, I keep my favorite pen so far in here. I'm really liking it. I'm not a ballpoint pen girl, but I love the point on this pen. It says that it's 0.5, but it really does write smaller and finer than I would think a 0.5 would. Like, I really like that. Other than that, the only other pen I've used in the Hobonichi is the Sarasa Clip 0.5. And I know people always talk about like the paper and the pen having to dry. Well, first of all, you know, this of course is a ballpoint pen, so you can write over it and you know, rub your arm across it or whatever, or highlight immediately after, and you're not getting into smearing. Now, the Sarasa Clip, that is a different story. You're definitely going to get a little bit of smear if you don't wait a moment. I still like I love the way it writes in the Hobonichi, but you definitely have to wait for it. And I've learned to highlight first and then write with this one if I want to use this one. Otherwise, you know. And of course, I have the standard marker highlighters that you're normally going to see probably in the planner community. I have a few Tombow markers. I mean, I just keep a few in the bag that I'm using probably that week or what have you. And then I have some of the mild liners. I actually keep all of my mild liners in there just in case. I don't know why. Real extra, maybe. And I also keep, let's see, what do I also keep? I also keep a pencil in there. Let me see. I keep a pencil in there. I keep a large eraser in there as well. And let me see. I have some whiteout. And I actually had this because I felt like maybe it would be a little smoother. I might try the whiteout tape too, but that's been working really good blending in the pages for me, especially with those really, really light grit lines. I really appreciate that. And then I also have my little small ruler. I keep that in there as well. Don't mind the stickers. My baby, she sticks stickers on everything, so she stuck those on there for me. But yeah, so that's what I keep in the little pin thing. Now, the way I have been carrying it is I've just been having it in that case. If I can get my little ollie clip open, and then I've, of course, been having the ollie clip probably like you always see. Or you probably see that all the time. And then I just carry it like that. I just stick that in my purse like that. It's not weighty for me because the first thing is I don't carry a lot in my purse anyway. I carry a bigger kind of backpack bag, but I don't carry a lot in it. Like, I'm a minimalist when it comes to that. So this weight doesn't bother me. I want something that I can just throw in my bag and go. And the weight of it is fine because there's not much else, you know, in my purse. But I just wanted to give a quick color comparison and review, I guess you could say, of the Moterm A5 covers. They are really nice feeling. They are nice and squishy, everything like that. But if you're looking to carry like more than one notebook, maybe it's something I'm doing, you know, hey, let me, you know, leave a comment. Let me know if it's something else I could try to do to make them fit a little different. But I feel like I just need something that's a little bit wider. That's going to afford me the room that I need for both of my my planners. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right. Well, thank you so much, and I will most likely be doing another video, probably like I guess maybe a light flip through, perhaps. I don't know that there are some other things that I want to do to set up, finish setting up. You know, it's just kind of I'm still setting it up as I go. So, you know, I'm sure those videos will come as I know I'm going to change these tabs out, things like that. But I definitely want to get in about these Moterms. They are nice. They are nice quality. That, you know, stitching, everything is great on them. All of that stuff is good. It just depends on, you know, what you're going to be carrying in them. One notebook, no problem. One full year cousin, no problem. Be extra like me, maybe a problem. You might be a little bit uncomfortable, but it still fits, you know? All right. Well, thanks for watching.